So for this extra review, we're going to talk about inscribed angles. We're going to do the first 5 together, and then you're going to do the next 5 on your own. So we look at number 1. We want to find the measure of ONM. So I'm going to highlight that angle. Okay. And when the angle's missing, look at the arc that's in between it. So here's the arc that's in between. You start at one end of the angle, go to the other, kind of like the mouth of the angle, and that arc is 78. You have to make sure you check. Is the angle on the center or on the edge? In this case, the angle is on the edge. When the angle is on the edge, it is half the arc. So you have to take the arc and divide it by 2. So 78 divided by 2 is 39. So that angle is 39 degrees. If we look at number 2, okay, we want to find this x, which is an arc. We're finding this arc right here. Okay. Well, whenever an arc is missing, look at the angle. The angle that's intersecting that arc. Well, that measure of that angle is 90 degrees because there's a box there. Okay, well, in the previous one, we went from an arc to an angle that was on the edge, and we divided by 2. Here we're doing the reverse. We're doing from angle to arc. So when that happens, instead of dividing by 2, we need to multiply by 2. So if we're going from number 1, if we're going from arc to angle, you divide by 2 when the angle is on the edge. If you're going from angle to arc, you multiply by 2. So we multiply by 2, 90 times 2 is 180 degrees. So again, arc to angle, divide by 2, angle to arc, multiply by 2. So in 3, we want to find a measure, and I'll have yellow will show up, of P, Q, R, that angle right there. Okay? Well, whenever the angle's missing, look at the arc in between. Okay? Here's the thing. In 1 and 2, the angles were on the edge. Here, the angle's right in the center. Okay? So we're not going to divide by 2. Whenever the angle's on the center, it's the same. So if that arc is 113, that angle is also going to be 113. And you have to know the difference. When it's on the edge, divide the arc by 2 to get the angle. When it's on the center, it's the same. You have to know the difference. You have to recognize. Ask yourself, is it on the edge or is it on the center? If it's on the edge, divide by 2. If it's in the center, it's the same. For 4, we want to find the measure of angle EHG. Okay. Well, what you have to do is take a look at this shape. It's a 4-sided figure, so we have a quadrilateral inside of the circle. Whenever you have a quadrilateral inside of the circle, the opposite angles are supplementary, meaning they add to 180. So to get x, all you have to do is subtract the opposite angle, so the angle right across from it, from 180. And when you do so, 180 minus 123 is 57 degrees. So when you have a quadrilateral inside a circle, you just take the opposite angle, subtract it from 180. And then for 5, a few more steps in number 5. We want to find ZWY. So we want to find x. Z to W to Y. So we'll find this angle right here. So again, when the angle's missing, look at the arc. Okay, well, the arc's missing too. When that happens, use the information they gave you then you can find the angle. Okay? Well, if we can figure out, you know, this arc is 32. If we can figure out this arc, we can easily find the purple arc. Okay, well, let's take a look at this angle right here. This angle is 73. Remember, if you're going from angle to an arc, and the angle's on the edge, you just double that angle. Okay, and when you multiply those together, you get 146. So we know that red arc is 146. Well, we know all the way around a circle is 360. So we can do 360 minus the green arc minus the red arc, and that will give us the purple arc. So when we do that, we do 360 in your calculator minus 32 minus 146. That gives us 182. This is 182 degrees. Now that we have the arc, remember when the angle's on the edge, so again we're looking at this purple angle, when the angle's on the edge, we just divide the arc by 2. And 180 divided by 2 is 91 degrees. So that one's more of a puzzle. You just have to use the information they gave you to help you find those missing pieces. Okay, so go ahead and try the next side on your own. Make sure you check your answer with the key.